Aloha, this is Cooking with Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today we're going to make a dried tomato spread. I go to the San Miguel Community Garden and they have so many tomatoes that have many recipes to make with the tomatoes. These are smaller tomatoes, anywhere from cherry to sometimes they're Roma tomatoes or a little bigger. So what I do is I cut them in half or in smaller pieces and I put them in the dehydrator and I dry them. And it takes quite a while. You have to be patient. You have to check it every so often, but it may take 12 hours or more. But you take out the ones that are kind of dried. And these are sort of wet because I put them in the freezer to keep it longer, because if you just keep it in the fridge without treating it, it'll get spoiled or moldy. So altogether this is 3 pounds of roasted tomatoes. So I'm just going to put it in a bowl. Here's the 3 pounds, and you can see these are all different colors. Some of the tomatoes are bright red, others are yellow. The yellow ones are more the smaller pear-shaped tomatoes, so they add a little bit of color to it. And I'm just going to add a few things. I have a lot of, and these herbs are from the garden, so I like the taste of Thai basil. So I've torn up the leaves, maybe about a cup or so. I like the taste, so I put in quite a bit. And then there's some oregano, fresh oregano. I don't have too much, maybe about a couple of tablespoons. And then I have some thyme, which is very hard to see because it's very spindly, and then you have to take off the little leaves, pull them off or shave them off. I've tried to grow this several times, but it always dies on me. So this is what I could salvage from what I had. I have here about probably a tablespoon. I would like more, but that's all I have. And then I have some fresh parsley that I cut up or ripped off, avoiding the stems. And I'll just take all of that. And this is how it looks. And then I have 2 small sprigs of rosemary. I don't want to cut them off because sometimes it's kind of strong. So I just leave it whole and then mix it up and then eventually take it out. I also have some garlic, like a large clove of garlic or 2 cloves of garlic, and maybe a 1/4 cup of capers, and some white onions, maybe, or yellow onions, about 1/2 cup or so, and the same with some red onions, or you can use some shallots too. And then I have here 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce and 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And then some salt, maybe a tablespoon to start off with. You can put more later, but I don't want it to be too salty. And then a 1/4 cup of lime or lemon juice. And then a cup of good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Just pour that right over. And just mix it all up. This is really delicious as it sits. You can put it on toast. You can spread it on any kind of vegetables. You can make pasta with it. There's numerous things to do. So you mix it up really good. And you see, this is how it looks. And I think it's kind of dry right now. Sometimes I put some water, but in this case I'm not. If the tomatoes are very dry, like you buy the type from the store and it's super dry and kind of hard, what I would do is I would soak it in some water for a little bit and then add it. But because this has been frozen and there's some water that came out from it, I don't think I need to add any more water. But in looking at it, I think that the 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil suffices. So let this sit for a few days, and it keeps for some time in the refrigerator. You can bottle it, put it in a bottle or a covered plastic container. And that's it. Thank you.